So, this is Sugnakar Mamidala, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Today our topic is Kirchhoff laws. So, this Kirchhoff laws mainly two types, Kirchhoff first law and Kirchhoff second law. So, Kirchhoff first law deals with the current and Kirchhoff second law deals with the voltage. Now, can we start with the Kirchhoff current law first, Kirchhoff current law. So, how we can define, how can state this Kirchhoff current law, how we are going to apply this Kirchhoff current law to a electrical network, and how we can find the unknown current by using Kirchhoff current law. Now, we can see here. Okay. So, now we can state with this Kirchhoff law. First, mainly we can start with the statement. Okay. See, first the Kirchhoff current law states that algebraic sum of currents at any node is equal to 0. Okay. Now, you can see here algebraic sum of currents at any node is equal to 0. So, here I represented summation of I is equal to 0, this is mathematically. Okay. So, now we are going to apply the same technique to our electrical network. So, for that I am going to take here electrical network. Okay. So, this is the voltage source which is denoted by V, and here I am taking resistance. So, this is R1, and here one more resistance I am going to take. So, this is R2. Okay. So, here the voltage source V and resistance R1 and resistance R2. Okay. So, now you can see here the current delivering from the voltage source, this is IT, total current. Okay. So, the total current is going to split in two parts. So, some current is passing through the R1 resistance and remaining current is passing through the R2 resistance. Okay. So, now here how many currents are existed in the circuit? Three currents, IT current, I1 and I2 currents. Okay. So, what Kirchhoff current law says? Algebraic sum of currents at any node or junction is equal to 0. So, by applying this Kirchhoff current law to this network, so we can observe the direction of the current, that is main important. So, now the total current is towards the node and I1 current is away from the node and I2 current is also away from the node. Means I1 current is passing through the R1 and I2 current is passing through the R2. Now, we can apply this technique of Kirchhoff current law to this network, then total current IT is equal to, what is the current? I1 current plus I2 current. Okay. So, now you can see here total current IT is equal to I1 current plus I2 current. So, from this one, so then IT minus I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. So, this is the, we are going to satisfy the Kirchhoff current law statement. So, algebraic sum of currents at any node or junction is equal to 0. So, how we can define the node or junction? Okay. So, now you can see here these are the two elements are there. So, this is one more branch, that is voltage source. So, we can define the node, okay, and junction, node and junction. See here more than two elements are connected together, more than two elements, more than two elements. More than two elements are connected together is called node. Okay. So, junction is more than 3, more than 3. So, whatever the elements which is connected together, that is more than 2, which is called as node. So, more than 3 we can call it as a junction. Okay. So, now this is the Kirchhoff current law. So, now again you can see, so I will ask you one question. Okay. So, how we can state the Kirchhoff current law? Yeah, yes. So, algebraic sum of currents at any node is equal to 0. So, that is sum of current entering it is equal to sum of currents leaving from the node or junction. So, what are the sum of currents entering into the node? So, only total current delivering from the voltage source, that is entering into the node, and remaining currents leaving from the node. Okay. Is it clear? Yes. So, mainly we are going to consider the direction of the current in the network, then only we can able to write the equation for a network by using Kirchhoff current law. Okay. Now can see here. Okay. So if you want to find suppose unknown value of a current passing through any electrical element, so we can use this Kirchhoff current law. Okay. So it is very simple. So according to Kirchhoff, so this is the first law. This is the first law. This is the first law. Kirchhoff current law is also called as Kirchhoff first law. So another name for Kirchhoff current law is also called as, okay, node rule. This is node rule. Okay, node rule or first law, or we can say Kirchhoff current law. So we can call it in multiple ways to define the Kirchhoff current law. So by taking one example, so you can see here, so I am taking here one example. Okay. So from this figure you can observe, I can analyze. So what are the currents are entering, what are the currents are leaving. So how we are going to apply Kirchhoff current law. So this is the direction I am going to represent. So this is also direction, this is one more direction, and this is direction, and this is one more direction. So you can see here, so you can observe. So more than two elements are joining together is called node. So more than three elements joining together is called junction. Means here how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 means this is a junction. So here this point is a junction point. Okay. So now I am going to representing here different currents here. So this current is I1 current, and this current is I2 current, and this is I3 current, I4 current, I5, and this is I6 currents. So here how many currents are there? 6 currents are there. So from this figure you can observe, you can analyze very easily how we can calculate unknown current. So by using this figure, by applying Kirchhoff current law. So here I said before only, so we have to focus mainly on the direction of the current in the network. Okay. So here I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, 6 currents are there. So each and every current having its own direction, Now you can see here, I1 current direction is towards the node, and I2 current is away from the node, I3 current is towards the node, I4 is away from the node, I5 is also away from the node, I6 is towards the node. Okay. So what Kirchhoff current law says here from this equation, sum of the currents entering into the node is equal to sum of currents leaving from the node. Okay. So now here from this figure you can observe. So what are the currents entering into the node or junction? What are the currents leaving from the node or junction? Now you can see here. Okay. So now you can observe. So anyone can guess this answer? Yes. So I1 current is entering and I3 current is entering, and one more current is also entering. What is that current? I6 current is entering. So once again you can check it. So I1 current is entering to the node, and I3 current is entering to the node, and I6 current is also entering. So only 3 currents is entering to the node out of 6. So that is I1, I3, I6. So what about the remaining currents leaving from the node? Now you can see, you can easy to write. So what are the currents are not there in the equation, so that are the leaving currents. Now you can see once again, so I2 current is leaving from the node, and I4, I5. So these two currents also, I4 plus I5. Okay. So now you can see, we can easy to understand from this figure the Kirchhoff current law. Okay. So here I given 6 currents, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6 currents. So out of these 6 currents, so what are the currents are entering, what are the currents are leaving? You can segregate first. Okay. So I observed this diagram or figure. So I found 3 currents are leaving from the, 3 currents are here entering into the node. Okay. I1, I3, I6. So I2, I4, I5, these remaining currents are leaving from the junction or node. Okay. So if you want to write this equation, so you can say here, so this is I1. So you can move this right hand side equation to left hand side, so positive becomes negative. So now you can see here minus I2, here plus I3, so minus I4 and minus I5 plus I6 is equal to 0, is equal to 0. Okay. So this is the total current equation comes from the figure. Okay. So is it clear how we can find the currents, how we can write the equation of current for a given figure or given network? So is it clear or any doubts? Yes. So before going to write the equation of currents for any network, you must and should assign the current direction first. So without current direction, we are unable to write the, or we are unable to find unknown current from the network or from the figure. Okay. So that is good point. So first we have to assign the current direction, then you have to observe the, what are the currents entering into the node and what are the currents leaving from the node. Okay. So then only we can easy to write the current equation by using Kirchhoff current law. Okay. Is it clear? So from this one, so these are the currents entering and these are the current leaving. So finally we got this equation I1 minus I2 plus I3 minus I4 minus I5 plus I6 is equal to 0. Okay. The main intention of this Kirchhoff current law to find the unknown current in any electrical element, unknown current or known current. Okay. Yes. Next we are move on to Kirchhoff voltage law. So this is the Kirchhoff voltage law or Kirchhoff second law. So this is also called as loop, okay, loop rule. Loop rule. So already we know Kirchhoff current law is a first law, or else we can call it as node rule. So this is a loop rule, or we can call it as a Kirchhoff second law. So already I said this Kirchhoff current law deals with the current. So what about this Kirchhoff voltage law? So this Kirchhoff voltage law deals with the voltage. Okay, this Kirchhoff voltage law deals with the voltage. Now can we start with the statement of Kirchhoff voltage law? How we can state Kirchhoff voltage law? How we are going to find the unknown voltage by using Kirchhoff voltage law in a closed circuit? In a closed circuit. Now can see here. Now I am going to start with the Kirchhoff voltage law statement. So Kirchhoff voltage law states that the algebraic sum of voltages, the algebraic sum of voltages in a closed circuit is equal to 0. In a closed circuit is equal to 0. So once again I am repeating, algebraic sum of voltages around the loop is equal to 0. Okay, around the loop is equal to 0. In mathematically, summation of V is equal to 0. So to understand this Kirchhoff voltage law, so here I am going to take one example. So here I am taking different resistance. This is R1 and one more resistance I am connecting here. This is R2 and R3. So here this is R4. So how many resistance are connected here? 4 resistance, R1, R2, R3, R4. Now I am going to close with the voltage source, because what Kirchhoff voltage law says, algebraic sum of voltages around the loop or closed circuit is equal to 0. So that is why I am going to close this all resistance with the voltage source, that is a V. Okay. So now again this is the R1, R2, 4 resistance are there. this is the supply voltage. Okay. So whenever the supply voltage is given to these elements, then it form a closed path. When there is a closed circuit, there is a chance to exist the current in the network. So now that current I am going to denoting here, that is going to here I am going to represent I. Okay. So this I current passing through the resistance R1, so then the voltage is dropped across this R1 is V1. Okay. Similarly, same current passing through the R2, so then voltage across this one is V2, and similarly V3, and this is also V4. So finally, we got 4 voltage drop across 4 elements by applying only one voltage, that is V. So this is the supply voltage is V. So we are closing with this all the elements, then there is a chance to deliver the current, that current is I here. When I is passing through the resistance, so according to Ohm's law, then I into R1, then it becomes V1. I into R1, it becomes V1. Similarly, same current is passing through the R2, R3, R4, then we will get that 4 voltages V1, V2, V3 and V4. So how we are going to apply this Kirchhoff voltage law to this network? So that is our main intention. Now you can see here, so what Kirchhoff voltage law says? Anybody? Yeah. Yes. So algebraic sum of voltages around the loop is equal to 0. Okay, am I right? Yeah. So before going to write the equation of voltage to this network, so you have to identify how many voltages are there in the network. Okay. So now you can see I am going to count it. So this is the V1 and V1, V2, V3, V4. Here this is V1, V2, V3, V4, and this is one more 5. How many voltages are there? 5 voltages are there. What Kirchhoff voltage says? Summation of voltages around the loop is equal to 0. So that is why I am going to write here 5 voltages I am going to include in the equation. That is V is equal to V1 plus, so here V2 plus here V3 plus V4. Okay. So supply voltage V is equal to voltage drop across each element summation. So that is V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4. So according to this equation I am going to write, so I am going to rewrite this equation V minus V1, I am going to move all right hand side equation to left hand side, then positive becomes negative. Okay. So then V1 minus, here V2 minus, V3 minus, V4 is equal to 0. So is it clear? So how we are going to write voltage equation for this network? So now you can see here. Okay. So finally I am going to say here, so you can easy to remember the Kirchhoff voltage law equation. So then supply voltage is equal to voltage drop across each element, voltage drop across each element, that is Kirchhoff voltage law. So why we are going to implement this Kirchhoff voltage law in our electrical network, that is also main important. Okay. Suppose if you want to find voltage across the R3 resistance, so we can able to apply this Kirchhoff voltage law technique. Okay. So then only we can apply the Kirchhoff voltage law technique to this network, then we can get the unknown voltage by applying the source. Okay. So that is also very important. Suppose I am going to take one example. So from this network only, so I am going to find different okay. So I am going to give here supply voltage is equal to suppose 20 volts, supply voltage is 20 volts. So here I am going to take V1 is equal to suppose 8 volts, V1 is equal to 8 volts, and here V2 is equal to suppose 10 volts, and V4 is equal to, here I am going to take V4 is equal to 4 volts. Okay. So find the V3 find the voltage across the R3 resistance. Find the voltage across the R3 resistance by using Kirchhoff voltage law. We can apply what Kirchhoff voltage law says. First we have to think about this one. So algebraic sum of voltages around the loop is equal to 0. That is the first case. You have to keep in mind. Okay. Second case, identify how many voltages are there in the circuit. Second case. Then what we are going to find, that is the fourth one. Then only you will get the answer. See here first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 voltages are there. So out of 5 here, one is unknown voltage, remaining are the known voltages. My aim is to find voltage across the R3, that is V3. Voltage across the R3, that is V3. So here I am going to take V3. So this is my question. So find voltage across the R3 resistance, that is the V3. Okay. So for that case here I am going to apply same technique to this network. So here, so algebraic sum of voltages around the loop is equal to 0. So then V minus V1 minus V2 minus V3 minus V4 is equal to 0. Same technique I am going to apply here. So then V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4. So here which one is unknown value? See here V3 is the unknown value. So this is the V3 is the unknown value. So my aim is to find V3 value. Okay. So now I am going to apply, I am going to inserting the given data. V is equal to how much? 20 volts is equal to V1 is given 8 volts plus V2 is also given 10 volts plus V3 is not given. V3 is not given. My aim is to find V3. So I am going to write V3 as it is, and V4 is given, that is the 4 volts. 4 volts. Okay. So then V3 is equal to what? V3 is equal to 20 minus 8 minus 10 minus 4. So this is the value you will get by applying Kirchhoff voltage law. So is it clear? Or any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So then I can clarify here. Yeah. So we can find here, if they given only known value, we can able to find unknown value by using Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay. So this Kirchhoff law, voltage law applicable only for a closed circuit. Apply for a closed circuit. Okay. So thank you all.